Welcome, welcome. Today I'll be using a random number generator to decide my budget in The Sims 4. So here's a generator, and we got 83,075 simoleons. I'll be honest, I thought that was plenty of money, so I didn't really think about the budget while I was building. That was a mistake, because I ran out, but I still like how it turned out overall. For this house, I went for more of a craftsman style, and I built this in Windenburg. I really love the way this world looks, and I thought that this lot in particular was really nice. It's nice and secluded, it's in that foresty area. The exterior of this house really reminds me of fall, which is funny because I built this before I posted my first video, and on that video, I got this comment here that suggested I should do builds based on the different seasons. The example they gave was spring. And I thought that was such a good idea. And I will definitely make a build series about this. I was thinking of calling it maybe like the 4 seasons build series, where I'll build 4 houses, one for every season. If I'm honest, I already started building some of them, and I'm really excited to show you guys. I really love these challenge ideas, so please keep them coming in the comments. I said it before, but if you'll allow me to self-promote for a second here, I think the best part about following small creators like myself is that I will see your comments, and if you comment a suggestion, a challenge idea, the chances are I will actually do them, because not that many people comment on my things. So please, please never ever hesitate to comment any ideas that you might have. I know that this community is incredibly creative, and I'm always looking for a new challenge. I decided to add a garage to this build. Of course, we don't have cars, so it's technically useless, but I decided to add like a woodworking table and a game table, I think, to make it a bit more useful. I definitely made this house way too big considering it's a budget build, so some of the rooms do end up looking quite empty. Something really weird happened with this build. So, like I mentioned, this was built a few weeks ago, and I used my test sim to set the budget. And as you'll see when I end this build, I did use all of the budget. I literally went all the way down to 0 simoleons. But then I forgot to save it to my library before closing, and I guess I must have not saved it properly, because when I got back into the game the next day, the build was completely empty. I mean, completely unfurnished. Even some of the landscaping was gone. Thankfully, I had the footage, so I went back, watched the footage, and redecorated the whole house. I tried to put everything in the exact same spot, which, if you see any discrepancies between this version and the version that's on the gallery, then you know why. But anyway, because I kept changing between live mode and build mode, the items kept depreciating in price, and I think the house that's on the gallery is actually cheaper, which is so annoying considering that this is a budget build and the whole point is for it to be the exact amount. But I swear I used up all the budget, and I literally have the video evidence right here that you're literally watching right this second. I really have no idea how I managed to do that. When I tell you, when I loaded into my game and saw the empty house, my heart dropped. Thankfully, I had all of this footage to look back on, but a part of me seriously considered pretending that this build never even existed and just scrapping the whole thing. For the furnishing, I tried to stay in these dark fall tones with the dark woods, and I went for more of a farmhouse aesthetic. I really like how it turned out, except for the rooms where I clearly ran out of money. This was also built way before the infant update or growing together, so obviously we have a lot more items now that I could have maybe used, but I honestly don't think there's much I would change about this build, even if I allowed myself to go back in with the new items. So, on a completely different topic, I've been noticing a lot of comments on my TikToks about things that I would consider pretty basic. And it seems like many people are new to The Sims, which makes a lot of sense because The Sims is now free to play. So it seems like a lot of people are really struggling with build mode and are new simmers and are not sure where to start. And obviously, I love building in The Sims. I do it all the time. So I was wondering if you guys would be interested in maybe a video series where I would walk you through the basics of building, like maybe more tutorial type content. Let me know if that's something you would like to see from me, and I could start prepping some of these videos. I know that when I first started playing The Sims, build mode was very intimidating, but I already loved it. So I would download unfurnished houses from the gallery and furnish them. It was one of my favorite things to do in the game. And then when I actually started learning how to build, it quickly became my new favorite thing, to the point where sometimes I almost want to just build shelves of houses and leave them unfurnished because, as much as I love decorating, sometimes my motivation just completely runs out by the time I actually get inside the houses. I'm sure some of you guys relate to that. Now is when I started to notice that the money was running a bit low, especially considering that I hadn't done any of the bedrooms upstairs yet. So I started to use cheaper things. And I also had no idea what to do in front of the fireplace. I think I ended up putting a games table there, but you'll see how much I struggle with it. And then since I made a garden outside, I decided to add some items that would hint at the sim maybe being a gardener or doing floral arrangements. So I used a lot of cottage living and season items. Then upstairs, I use these eco lifestyle curtains because they're so cheap. Eco lifestyle is really useful when doing budget builds because most of the items in it are super cheap. I did make one main bedroom and then one kid's bedroom in this build. I realized that almost everything I post are family homes because that's just my personal gameplay style, and also I think it's just my favorite thing to build. But I promise I will start trying to make some different types of builds, like maybe houses for single sims or even community lots. I'm just not as confident in them, so I'm a little nervous about posting them. So for sure, expect loads more family houses coming your way, but I promise I'll try. All right, so soon you'll see me completely run out of money, but I still didn't stop there. Even once I was down to 0 simoleons, I still decided to find some free things in debug that I could use. And I was honestly amazed at how much free stuff is actually in debug and is really cute and usable. Now, I know that debug is super annoying to scroll through, and debug items are kind of annoying to use in general, but honestly, ever since I downloaded Twisted Mexie's Better Build By mod, it's so much easier to use debug because it actually organizes a catalog. My mods are always linked in the description for those of you that are interested. Alright, so here's the house all finished. Let me jump into the game and give you guys a quick tour. When you first walk in through the house, you're met with this little entrance, which is kind of a step above the rest of the house. And then from here, you can enter the little garage slash skill building room. And then here's the living room with a games table. And then here's a little dining room with a great view. Here is the downstairs bathroom. I really like how this one turned out. And down here is the kitchen. Very much a modern farmhouse. Well, maybe not modern, but you can see what kind of things inspired me. Then upstairs, here's the laundry slash bathroom. Here is the main bedroom, this nice little teal color that I'm now realizing is kind of green. And here's the kids' bedroom. Alright, you guys, that's it for me today. I really hope you enjoyed, and please remember to like and subscribe. It truly makes my day. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.